This is a Liebherr PR754 bulldozer. It's made by Conrad and it's in 1/50th scale. Now this is a nice little dozer here. This was made during that transitional phase for Conrad where they started adding a lot more detail to their models, and they did a pretty good job with it. But like I said, it's in that transitional phase because there's no hydraulic lines or anything like that, but it does have some finer detailing from what they would have done in the past. Most notably, you have these really nice set of tracks on the model. They're very well done. The idler is spring loaded, so it keeps really good tension on the tracks, and it's got the nice walking beam in there. So they did a really good job with that. The cab interior is also pretty well done. I think it looks pretty solid in there, and it's got a couple other little things that are nice as well. As far as the weight goes, it's got a good weight to it. It's, you know, the usual Conrad quality where it's a very stout model, which is nice. You can pretty much put this in any pose you want and it's gonna hold it. The blade's even a little bit stiff, which is nice. I mean, you can set this thing any way you want it, and it's going to stay there. Along with the finer detailing, like you have the windshield wipers here, and you have a couple of handrails, and you got some lights here, which looks nice. The paint is very good. The decals are very good and crisp. They're nice. Like I said, the paint is all very good. It's not too terribly thick that you don't pick up on like the panel lines and the mesh and the on the hood panels there. So that's nice. And for the most part, you don't really see where the paint is missing, where the tracks overlap, which again is nice. But you do have the hard lines on the cylinders here, but that's it. There's no soft hydraulic lines anywhere, which would, I mean, it'd be nice. It would take this model from nice to excellent, but as it is, it's definitely nice. The cutting edge segments on the blade are very well done. They look pretty good. The ripper is nice. Like I said, again, the cylinders are all pretty stiff. It's got pretty fair range of motion there. It'll hold any pose you want to put it in. And one of the things that's nice is it has an adjustable shank on the ripper. It's a single shank ripper, and you can set it in a couple different positions, which is nice. That's something that's I think overlooked on a lot of dozers, and it's I think it's especially nice coming from Conrad that they would add that as a detail, which is cool. It's pretty basic underneath. I mean, it's nothing really to write home about underneath of there. There's not a whole lot you can do anyway. As far as tilting side to side, you can't do that with the blade because, as you can see, it's you got the solid strut in there, and that's going to basically prevent you from doing any side to side tilting, which is not a big deal. Like I said, overall it's a nice dozer. It's a nice model. It displays well, and I think just sitting on the shelf, it's going to look pretty good next to some of the older Conrad dozers. Maybe not quite as nice as what is being made now, but I think it certainly stands up pretty well on its own, and I think it also displays very well. Now, as far as I know, I think there's two different versions of this. You could get the Liebherr version, and Conrad also made a John Deere 1050C. Now, the 1050s are pretty hard to come by. I don't think they made very many of them. The 754s are much easier to get than the 1050s. I'm not sure why they didn't make very many of them. This is it's a hydrostatic tractor, and that, I think the 950 and the 1050 John Deeres were both Liebherrs, and it just, I guess John Deere wanted a bigger tractor and they didn't want to make their own, so they got them from Liebherr and just rebranded them or rebadged them, whatever you want to call it, but they're actually Liebherrs. I don't think that's the case now. I think John Deere actually makes their own 1050s, and they're not Liebherrs anymore, but I'm not certain about that. So, anyway, that's about all I got for this. Overall, it's a nice dozer. I think it's nice to have a bigger flat track dozer, especially one that's got a little bit more detail than, you know, what the older dozers had. And that's about it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. If you'd like to see more of what we have, please subscribe to Maryland Construction Diecast. And as always, thanks for watching.